Welcome to Jacksonville, Alabama, a hidden gem a few miles from the border of Georgia and home to the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State, where these fans are fired up for this showdown about to play out on Burgess Snow Field. And this is the kind of game college football fans love, because they don't have to wait for the weekend for this Conference USA showdown. As we'll see, the Texas State Bobcats taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Bobcats will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Gamecocks offense takes the field to start this game off. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on 3rd down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving.
Run it with the fullback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. Back to throw, it's off. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Texas State Bobcats offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. It's complete. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Time. The defense, it's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
They move the tight end all over. They'll run play action. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Wants to go up top. They're trying to get to it. He's got an open man. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Bobcats headed quickly to the line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bobcats will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Handoff from the shotgun. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he puts through the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of compliment.
He hurls one deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Now on the move. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he
gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw at Shaw. They're setting up the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. The Gamecocks are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And no monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone, it's King. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires complete on the crosser. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Wants to return it. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Flushed out of the pocket. Caught over the middle. It's Banks. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sticks it in his belly. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Shaw. Makes his connection. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And the fullback breaks off a nice gainer there. No such thing as just 3 yards in a cloud of dust with this guy. He can make people miss and get you a play.
Fullback's got it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, 1st down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Now on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback will keep it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Wants to throw. It's y'all. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. And here comes the field goal unit. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one. A 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Coming out with it, it's King. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And the Bobcats will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Slips through the line. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive. Deep shot for the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The Bobcats are in the hurry-up. He's going to pass. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got rid of it just in time. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Got a man, it's Banks. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Just threw that one way too far.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know.
Oh, and he got a hand on it, it's blocked. He's going to scoop it up. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Scanning the field, it's Shaw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And once he found open space, the fans might as well start playing. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but Decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Jacksonville for an entertaining first half than you? And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the Jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's head back to the guys at JSU Stadium.
The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's King. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
The Bobcats want to pick up the tempo. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Bobcats will have it 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He finds his man. Tackled immediately after the catch. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. He'll pull it on the read. Tackled, but he has a first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He'll put the tight end in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe, as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
Setting up the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
Throws to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Back to throw, it's Shaw. Lofts one high and deep. And it's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field to score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UCF is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. They're trailing by just 4 to Kennesaw State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Movement here from the tight end. He'll do it himself. At the 40, there he goes. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
They stop him just a link or two short. what they can do on second down here. Goes to the option. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. 5 wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Bobcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Never a doubt.
Way to bounce back, kicker. Obviously, this guy already had a kick block earlier in the game, and he answers by kicking a bomb through the uprights. Well done.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Big fullback's got it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's all. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll try to get the first through the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Looking for space. It's Dell. Nice move to keep moving. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. And the Bobcats want to move quickly.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points.
And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas State.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. After giving up that last touchdown, they've still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. To throw, it's Shaw. He lost one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the fourth time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. From the gun. Give on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Bobcats in the hurry up. Wants to throw on third. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And a nice job slipping in the screen. Like, you got to know the situation when those pass rushers, Palmer, are going to come upfield and those situations when you can take advantage of the defense.
Yeah, I would love a David Pollock just running at you free and then finding a way to negotiate the throw around a guy that just knew he was going to be getting a sack. That feels so good. Complete the screen and keep the drive alive.
And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires and picked off. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Complete to the right. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Tosses it back. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And that is a heck of a play by that defender knocking that ball away, David. It looked like that had explosive play at minimum, touchdown written all over it. He was able to show the catch-up speed.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
The offensive line coach will be pulling his hair out. His head coach is okay right now because they're winning the game, but from an O-line standpoint, they've been atrocious in pass play.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. He's got it. Touchdown, Gamecock. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Pocket starts to collapse. At the 35, he's loose. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires one high and deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. The Bobcats will hustle to the line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off
a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas State. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking to throw, it's Shaw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on second down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, it's an unfortunate drop by the tight end there, and he's a guy they just have not been able to get him involved in this football game. We're here in the second half, and this guy still doesn't have a catch.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Bobcats moving quickly to the line. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He makes the connection. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. The Bobcats will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. Trying to get to it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
This drive facing a little adversity now. A 10-yard loss leaves them with 2nd and 20. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, no mystery here. 3rd in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. And these guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going on for his head.
And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up 4th down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Unloads it downfield. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be checked down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking downfield at Shaw. He's not afraid to go deep. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
That is exactly exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meet Coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
He's looking to pass. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Rucci. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David. Afterburner's coming. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. A big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. He's going to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. Pressure coming. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions.
He uncorks one deep. Pulls it in on the right. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.